Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
2 teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
It's hard to be frustrated when you throw for nearly 400 yards, but I know he wanted to break that barrier. I think he got the pain eased a little bit when they named him NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, when you get the award, you know you had the best week in the conference, you'll let it slide. But, hey, that number well within his range. You know he's got the arm to do it in this one.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete. These 2 teams have met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. 2nd and 10. Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Room here to run.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And we are tied at 7. The shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
On the return, Boston Scott. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. You know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And a 3rd down throw and misses the target, incomplete.
The 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So his punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. This 2nd and 4. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott off play action. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're getting the football back again.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing. Prescott. Flush to his right. Got it open there, and it's Michael Gallup. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. That's caught once again by Gallup. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield. And
he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here's Scott to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Gainwell diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs...
And oh, it's blocked. And the Cowboys pick it up. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
55 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is up to 8.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Let's look at Kenneth Gainwell as this offense comes back out.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
They go play action with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They're going to look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, Prescott again. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. And there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it. And this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it and you really have no chance to, what a short field that you turn the ball over to the other offense.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. I'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's fourth down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
On first and 10, Prescott forced out to his left.
That one down the field for Ferguson.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Mike Evans, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. Well, Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or hit straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And they're going to speed things up here.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Third and short yardage, Prescott.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
The speed with which his offense can get down the field. It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
To throw is Prescott. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now 2nd and 3. Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me, and you know my tendencies in this situation.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now
points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Aubrey now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Olamide Zaccheaus, 56 yards. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
At the 28-yard line.
Back to Gainwell here on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football order. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're at back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Second down, Pollard again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Play fake. Here's Prescott rolling to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away.
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Buying time to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Play action now. Prescott out to his left. Going right back to Ferguson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, Prescott. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott to throw it. On the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Let's go back over Dak Prescott's career. 6 rushing touchdowns in each of his first 3 years, but only 1 in each of the last 2 seasons. As a veteran, he's become much more judicious about when it's time to take the ball and go for the end zone.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one too low. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Dallas...